Howdy, this is Ethelred, the worst Civ player on YouTube. Let's play some Civ. Alright, so we just finished taking Paris. And we have nuked Ethiopia. Let's see here, where can we send our... what are these things called? What are these things? Caravan, trading route. Where can we send our caravan that it will not die and bring us in the fairest amount of gold? Alright, so next is Dublin, one of the original capitals. Or is Edinburgh the original capital? I wonder how I know that. Does it say if I mouse over it? The Persian city of Edinburgh. What if I go to the victory conditions screen? Edinburgh. Darius I controls Edinburgh, the original capital of the Celts. Well, that's different than going to war with Montezuma. Persia and I are completely intertwined like a bowl of spaghetti. I'm not thinking that that's necessarily the right thing to do now. I think that I should probably come in and deal a death blow to Ethiopia. Get my army down here to Ethiopia. Hit Ethiopia. And well, we'll take it from there. Alright, so let's get to Ethiopia. And in order to do this, to be able to move my army around, I want open borders. Well, I'm not going to get open borders with negative 21 gold. That's just not how it's going to work. So I am down a couple of caravans. And I'm building XCOM squad. I don't have any gold to buy caravans. Maybe I've got some resources I can trade. Copper, furs, silver. Let's talk. You don't want any of these things. Do you even have gold? You don't even have gold. So, Persia. Let's talk iron. I'm willing to sell you all 23 of my precious iron for 6 gold per turn. 4 gold per turn. How about 2 gold per turn? No? Well, I guess I can't really blame you. How about coal? 2 coal for 2 gold? No? Alright. I'm not going to sell you any uranium. England?
Oh, it's you.
I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to deal with you. And you're broke anyway. So, France? Hey, what's just a little war between friends, right? Really, you would love some silver. And you'd love some furs. And you'd love some copper. And maybe you'd like some iron. Like 20 pieces of iron for 3 gold. 2 gold? And a piece of coal. Alright, so that's as much as I can get out of you. Montezuma? How about some... No, you're broke. So that helped. Now, let's see. I control Lion. Let's set you on gold focus. Does that help? By 2 gold. I think I'm going to have to go through here in a little while. Yeah, that helped. Once I get my economy back in the black and see what I can do about... That didn't help at all. See what I can do about, you know, just preening my cities to get them all nice and pretty again, because they've really been largely abandoned during the efforts of all these wars. One more something would get me back. We'll just roll a turn and we'll see how it goes. So, it's 1995, and there's been recent history with Iraq and Saddam Hussein. I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but in 1990, Iraq invaded Kuwait. I think I did mention that last night. That was when I was in high school. And in retaliation for that in 1991, the United States drove Iraq out of Kuwait. We marched right up on the borders of the capital and then offered them peace, which they took a peace treaty according to our terms. Ours is in the United States terms. In 1992, there were a bunch of Shia and Kurdish uprisings, which were put down by Saddam using chemical weapons, which led to the restricted no-fly zones where we were patrolling their skies with aircraft to prevent them from being able to fly over and drop chemical weapons onto the Kurds and whatnot. So we're back in the black now. That was a no-fly zone. That no-fly zone was set up in 1993. And I guess I'm still at war with Ethiopia. I kind of thought I was going to make peace with them, but it looks like they want to be trouble. So, how to handle this? I think I've got all of the construction happening that I want. I'm starting to feel like I may have an excess of happiness. Maybe I can switch some of these puppet cities off of building happiness buildings and building something which would actually be a little bit more useful. Build them up from the ground up kind of thing. So, for instance, a library here. And then a market. And then we can get back to the zoo. Alright. And in Satsuma, we'll cancel a stock exchange for right now. And gee, everything here takes a really long time to build. Oh, Walls of Babylon. That would be nice. And then an aqueduct. I probably should have done all of this a long time ago. I have let these cities just go to rot. I don't remember if I need an airport enabled to be in order to manage my XCOM squads, but probably a couple of airports would help. I can go ahead and annex France and take it off of gold manufacturing, build a courthouse here, and then a library, and then let's see, what else do we have here? Market, and an aqueduct, and a zoo. What do I need in order to build an airport? Let's see. We can find that out down here. Yes, airport, prereq, radar. But I've got radar. Maybe we already have an airport in Paris. They were kind of prioritizing airport. Yes, they've already got an airport. Great. So now let's look at the citizen assignments here. Lot of growth, which is great. Maybe a little bit more growth than we need. We'll put some people on research. And, especially on the windmill for right now. So, there we go. That's just about right there. And in Satsuma. Oh, but look, we're at -3 again. Let's take... That's not going to help if I take anybody off of... somebody on the workshop to help get these cities up to snuff. In public school. And a bank. Can I fit one more on a market? No. Alright, so otherwise we'll do production focus. Yeah, we'll switch these guys to production focus. With, no, there's nobody to spare in Lion. It's because of all the radiation. I see. Alright, so Fair enough. Line will sit like that. And can we fit somebody on a bank here? Not that that helps. Research lab? Nope. Starvation. Okay. Babylon is growing good. I think we could probably fit somebody onto a stock exchange here. A workshop to help with... That actually doesn't help me. That's funny. So stock exchange and a market. Nope. That's as much as I can get out of Babylon. Hubble Space Telescope in 11 turns. A CAD can be, let's see. Oh, I do lose. Yeah, I remember because of all of these jungles down here. So I don't think that there's much here that I can change without losing a bunch of science. Let's see. I could... Huh. Yeah, no, that's just not... Oh, no. I don't want to sell on that. Yeah, so... There. I feel like we've lost production somehow. So let's, no, I think this mix is okay. And then Durkur Galzu, still on production focus, still stagnating. We should probably allow it to grow someday. I should probably send a food caravan there. And was there anything else? I think we're done with Satsuma. Alright, so that city maintenance is done. I'm still losing money, but maybe we can grow out of that. Oh yes, so militarily I've been stagnating for the last 2 turns. I've just been taking care of domestic issues. That's bad policy. Now this business with Ethiopia is really, I just need to distract them long enough for me to get my military down there. Yeah, I feel the same way about you, buddy. I would already be attacking you except for the fact that I need to work with you temporarily. Okay, what about you, France? Open borders? We don't even have embassies. What can make this deal work? Nothing? How about 23 pieces of iron? That's amazing. And 5 horses. Okay, I guess I can't blame you. But Attila, he won't mind, right? Open borders? Yeah, very good. Now this is the point where I wish I could just multi-select all those guys. Where can I bring them in at in order to... I guess I'm gonna come in from Gondar. Yeah, I think that's a long way for my army to travel, but I'm thinking I'm gonna bring them in through Gondar. I could probably do something like... No, that would be bad. Set my army up. Ooh, lots of mountains over here. Down here, 21 turns. Whereas if I bring them over here, it'll be 15 turns. But moving through all of this jungle is going to be very painful. I'm thinking I should bring him in from down here. Yeah. That means that I need to deal with these cities first. Whereas if I come in from over here, not only do I have the benefit of roads... Yeah, I'll come in from Athens, because then I'll have my cities backing me, I'll have the benefit of roads, I can liberate these cities back to Greece. That's what I'll do. Alright, so we'll move our heavy units first, the blockers, the meat shields. And we'll kind of let them get in place. We'll bring down this AA gun. We'll set it up back here. The rocket artillery we will temporarily set up on these hard points just as a staging area. Very good. Alright, and we're at plus 11 gold now. Yeah, if I do win this, it will be a miracle. Alright, so let's see. 15 turns. It's going to be at least 15 turns for me to move the military. So I would gladly extract all of these things from him. So that he is denied these resources, even if I don't use them. So I will accept your deal. Thank you. Alright, so while I'm moving my army, that'll also give me time to finish this nuke. And I will have the nuke in my back pocket. Actually, no, you know what? I've lost a nuke because it was in a city that got nuked. So that means I should just strike first with it. And if I can reach their capital, I'll hit their capital. I would really like freedom of movement. Do we already have open borders? No, we don't even have embassies. I'll give you my embassy. Alright, so that military is on the move, and we are starting to rebuild. Speaking of rebuilding, how many workers do I have? 4? I could probably use a lot more, but that falls into the category of things that I want but can't afford. Speaking of trade routes, I just got an extra trade route. Hey, let's rebase this guy to Babylon and then start sending food to Dur-Kuragalzu. I should have been taking better care of my empire throughout the last 100 years of game. If I end up losing this game, that's going to have to have been part of it. Which I don't really see very many options for me winning this game at this point, but by golly, I'm going to fight tooth and nail down to the very last turn. Alright, so let's send food to Dur-Kuragalzu, just like in the old days. Alright. Yeah, I wonder if a nuke can hit Addis Ababa from Athens. This XCOM squad, they will be essential in whatever last-ditch effort I have at winning this game, because I'll build 6 of them and I'll just land them, boom, right around people's capitals and take their capitals. That's the plan there. Alright, let's bring you down here so that my general will come down to the front. Do I have any other generals? Kyoto? Yeah, you're fine building a castle. I don't have any other great generals. Look, there's aluminum. And this entire time I've been buying aluminum from people. I really did go just absolutely slack on attempting to manage my empire. And I just went straight on into war. I've got to learn how to manage that. So the next game, I will be better about managing that. Now this is an interesting thing here. I've got a social policy. Are there any social policies which interest me? Not in the ideological tree, apparently. So what about one of the... So tradition and rationalism is finished. I'm partway through honor. I could take this discipline. That discipline would not be a bad... I mean, since all my only other options are to pick openers. Adopting commerce will boost the gold output in the capital city by 25%. If I had enough time left in this game to pick up wagon trains, I would go commerce, but I don't think I'll probably ever get into the social policy, so I'll take discipline. Speaking of wagon trains, alright, let's trade with Persia. Okay. Why do I keep having problems with this, with moving this, the heck is all this? Alright, let's see what that problem is. Jeez, look at this traffic jam up here. Be a lot easier if you let me have open borders. Sugar. Fine. Fine, fine. Yeah, we'll have to deal with these barbarians. Just to look, a barbarian warrior. That's adorable. We'll deal with these guys so that we can get through. Seven culture. That's not altogether shoddy. Wish I had more open borders with people. This is really delaying me. Don't need this kind of traffic jam. See? There's another booster. What's the victory progress for Ethiopia? 3 boosters. Half done with the science victory. So yeah, it's time. I mean, we've got to get this moving. We got to end this. What was that? Rocket artillery? Where are you? Here? Okay. It's actually kind of a barbarian formation up here. Yeah, so now everybody's stacking up over here now. And my nuke is ready and based, so now we're working on our second XCOM squad. If I get lucky, I'll get Hubble telescope here in a couple of turns. That'll give me more scientists, so I'll have 3 scientists that I can pop for technologies. I just wish I had the income in order to be able to quickly upgrade troops. Alright, so let's focus fire and take some of these guys out. Okay. And is this worker sitting around doing nothing when there's all this devastation nearby? I must have parked him at... Hey. What's this? I wish I could contact them and say, we noticed your large military presence along our border. You know, and that would be just... That, you know, yep, I can absolutely see them making a push for Paris since it's basically unguarded. I should leave a unit behind. I'll leave a bazookaman behind. And this guy will... this Babylonian tank will sit here. Where can I see my great people progress? Right here? Great people. I want to see Great General. Maybe I see that through some other screen. Like... where would I see that? I want to see my Great General progress. Huh. I have no clue where I would see that. Huh. I know I've seen it. I know I can see it. It's Is it on like a barracks or something? World Congress, Victory, Progress, Notification, Military Overview. Yeah, it's going to be a long time. So, I was thinking I would leave this general behind in Paris, but I don't think I can afford that. I'm going to need him in Ethiopia. Alright, and the traffic jam is... Oh, jeez. That's actually... Yeah, that bazooka man will be kind of a problem. Maybe I just wasn't fated to go this route. Friendly trade route plundered? Jeez. That Elizabeth established between London and Kyoto. Okay. Alright. France has finished the Apollo program. That's fine. Because... Yes! Alright. Let's see if we can start firing on this bazooka man. Hubble Space Telescope is done. So I will sleep the great scientists. Jeez, what a traffic jam. How much you guys... Look, there's a great general too. How much you want to bet these troops come rushing Paris here in a little while? Yeah, I don't trust them at all. We love the King Days ended. Fine. But I'm much happier that the XCOM squad is built. So, what can I do here in a CAD? I think I will build another XCOM squad. Alright. Can I move on to this tile here and still fire? Yep. And Paris, hallelujah, has finished its aqueduct. Very nice indeed. So I think that means that you're going to work on a university now. And I picked myself for world leader. Yeah. Because I've got a chance at that. First XCOM squad. Jeez, and I'm losing gold again. How unfortunate. Maybe that's because I've got so much of my military outside my terrain. I would love to be able to have enough gold to buy trade caravans. I would love that. But as it is, I'm just not exactly sure what I'm going to be able to... Wow, 85 culture. I don't know exactly what I can do in order to improve my gold situation. Because I really kind of need the cities building what they're building. I will gladly trade embassies with you. And you know what I would love even more? Open borders. Jeez. Where am I anyway? So literacy, I'm number 2, behind Ethiopia. Soldiers, I'm number 4. Yeah, this is not a pretty game. But hallelujah. Hopefully we won't have any more barbarians we have to deal with. 2003. Wow. And Darius, everybody's going for the science victory now after 2,000 years of war. In 2002, the United States again invaded Iraq, destroying its government there and doing the whole de-Baathization of Iraq, which then led to the insurgency that I think we all know about. I probably don't need to. I probably don't need to go through any more Iraq history because probably everyone listening to this, and you know, maybe I would rather not because it would become such a contentious topic that I'll just say we all know what happened in Iraq in the last 15 years, and I'm not going to go there. So Dur-Kuragalzu has finished an XCOM squad. Guess what we're going to build next? Yeah, another XCOM squad. And yes, Extra bonus versus cities. XCOM. Alright, so you think there's any more barbarians up here? If I can get my units through this choke point, I'll set them on auto-pathing again. England has denounced the... Oh, wow. Yeah. Deal. I'll take the uranium. Absolutely. So who's at war with Ethiopia right now? Aztecs, England. We need to get Attila involved as well. I want everybody piling on Ethiopia. Declare war. Did I say declare war? Yeah. On what? They must have a peace treaty. Okay. CAD's grown. My peace treaty with France has expired. Alright, so let's start auto-pathing our units again. And we'll send infantry down to the front. And that's the end of this session. Just in time for my poor dog, who needs to be taken out. Wow, I'm loving Paris. I think I'm going to build a hospital here so that we can get some real population growth here. Okay, well, thank you very much everyone for listening. I hope that you and me can see this game won together one of these days. There's not much time left. Thank you again. If you like the Let's Play or the history, please subscribe. We're a really tiny channel and we need your help to survive.